Hi, I'm Amanda Beard, 7-time medalist. I get my aquasphere gear at swimoutlet.com, the web's most popular swim shop. Check them out today.
This is the Morning Swim Show for Wednesday, January 11th, 2012. I'm your host, Peter Bush. In the Phoenix Monitor today, we'll talk to Todd Brunty. He's the head swim coach at Saline High School in Michigan. He was just named Coach of the Year by the National Interscholastic Swim Coaches Association. Todd joins us right now in the Phoenix Monitor from Saline, Michigan. Coach, welcome to the Morning Swim Show. How are you?
Doing great, thank you.
Saline, right outside of Ann Arbor, right?
Yes, sir.
All right, so how long have you been the coach there?
This will be my 6th full season.
6th full season.
Yeah.
Well, you've won a lot more than you've lost, I've noticed.
Yeah.
Guys are going for third straight state championship.
Yes.
And girls, like 3 out of 4.
We won 2 in a row, and then this year we finished runner-up.
All right, so are you just the best coach in the world, or do you got a great area for talent, or kind of a combination?
I'm a benefactor of a lot of things. We have a lot of talent. We have a great community here. Proximity to Ann Arbor helps quite a bit. We're real close to University of Michigan and Club Wolverine, which is an excellent age group program. So there are a lot of benefits to being the coach here in Saline.
Do a lot of your swimmers train year-round at Club Wolverine?
Yes, they do. We have a good number of young men that and women that train year-round at CW, as well as the local clubs in the area. So, you know, that's a big key to our success.
How'd you get into coaching, and how'd you eventually wind up as a high school coach?
Coaching, I got into it, finding jobs in the summer while I was swimming in college, you know, a couple of clubs in the area. Started off that way, enjoyed working with young men and women, coaching. Decided to go into education partly so I could coach. Started to become a high school coach early on in Taylor High School in the area in Michigan. Then I moved from there to Dexter High School, where I was a coach there for about 6 years. I got a teaching job in Saline, and started here when the job opened up, and have been doing it ever since, and loving every minute of it.
Still teaching?
Yes, sir. 6th grade.
6th grade.
Yeah.
What is that like?
It's like being a 12-year-old every day, but in charge of it. You know, it's a lot of fun. Keeps me young. Keeps me excited. Really good to be working with young men and women outside the pool, so I get the benefits of that too.
What's your coaching philosophy? How would you describe it?
Well, I believe in hard work. That's number one. Working hard, I don't think there's any other way around it. We try and push our young men and women here to work real hard and to understand that to reach their goals, there's going to be some hard work involved in it. The other one would be I'm a big believer in team. I see young men and women do a great job when they're on part of a team and they're dedicated to the team. Putting those individual goals aside a little bit, and then those they come right back when they're included with the team goals. They tend to reach them and surpass them when the team goals kept in mind, and then those individual goals just kind of happen and come.
Is that a challenge with a sport like swimming?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, you're in there day in, day out. You know, you got to have some individual drive, and then you got to ask a young man who's probably gotten, or a woman who's gotten to a level. Pretty high successful level, having some internal individual drive to kind of put that on the back shelf and think about team first is a challenge for a lot of young men and women, and it's a challenge as a coach to get them to understand that. But once they get a taste of it, once they see what the success can come with it and that feeling of supporting their community and the people around them, they really see the light and they come around to it, and it's a great thing.
Well, the first thing you said was hard work. What does that mean exactly? Does that mean a lot of practices, a lot of yardage, intense practices?
A little bit of everything. It's a balanced approach. We do a lot of fast swimming here in practice. Some days it's not a lot of yardage, but it is a lot of intensity. Other days there's a lot of high yardage, and we always ask them to do it at a pretty good intensity, you know. And so we try and find balance in what we're doing when we're working hard. We also work pretty smart when we work hard. That's another part of what we do here.
What do you get for being named NISCA's Coach of the Year?
I get to do this interview. It's kind of nice. to be out there. Some recognition that I don't usually get. I feel real proud of myself that way. But I also think it's just another award for the young men and women around here, because they're the ones that really do the work for me. They are the ones that sacrifice just as much as I do, and it's another award for them as well as for myself.
They give you a gift card to Swimming World's gift shop or anything like that?
Oh, that'd be great. They didn't give me, no, they got me a plaque, I think, the other night. They got me something to stick up on the wall in the high school, so that's pretty nice. But, you know, that's really not why we all get into what we do, coaches and teachers. You know, it's not for those plaques. It's for the benefit of the young men and women around us. So that's good enough for me.
Tell me about some of the kids on your teams right now that we might start to hear about on a junior national level or even beyond.
We have 3 young men this year that went to senior nationals. David Boland's one of them. He's an IMer and butterflyer, coming along real well. He's doing a great job. He has some big aspirations. A young man, Adam Whitener, he's 200 freestyler, 100 freestyle, and he's starting to learn how to swim some strokes pretty good, so you'll hear something out of him. Another one's come a long way in the last couple of years, certainly in the last years, Josh Ehrman. He's breaststroke I'm trying to convince him he's 400 IMer distance freestyler, but he's still wanting to swim the 50s and the 100s. So all 3 of them are looking to try and get, they're real close to their trial cuts. So after the high school season here, they'll go down to their sectional meet and hopefully get those cuts and get some experience as high school juniors at the trials. So those are our big 3 we have right now.
Now these guys are, 15, 16, 17 right now. They were around when Michael Phelps was training with Club Wolverine. I mean, they were old enough to see the superstar real close by.
Yeah.
Did that have any long-term effect on them?
I think they picked up on him being in the area, and what they saw was someone who had reached the top of the swimming world around them, someone who got the recognition and stuff and the fame that you see a lot of basketball, football players and other people you see on television every day. And then I think it came along and was close enough for them to see and feel the effects of it, and then get motivated, have the desire and that type of stuff to possibly realize that could be them. They could be the people, the young men that could reach that level themselves. So I think it inspired a lot of young people around the area. Even though he's gone back to Baltimore now, I think this is the effects of that coming through in this area, certainly, for sure.
Well, and you're reaping the benefits.
Absolutely. It's no problem with that.
Well, congratulations on the great success and the award. Good luck this high school season, Coach.
I appreciate it. Thank you. Have a good day.
All right, you too. That's Todd Brunty joining us in the Finis Monitor from outside Ann Arbor, Michigan. And that is it for today's show. I'm Peter Bush, reminding you to keep your head down at the finish.